Alright guys, welcome. Potato First continues at Thebes. So I did have a quick little look. It seems this is not the final mission of this adventure. There's one more afterwards, I believe. So yeah, let's continue on. Wow, it seems a little saturated right now. Have I spent that long editing? It's just made me realise the colours are totally off while I'm doing it. So yeah, we are on the next chapter now. This one actually looks really easy. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be true in the end, but the objectives here are to deal with Mount CIthaeron, who have been a bastard the whole way through this, really. They're a rival. I've been refusing to give them stuff, and the situation has gotten out of control. Now, they've changed the area diplomatically. So, by the way, I alluded to the story behind this black box here. Well, not black box, blue box. There's a mod that I'm running, as I explained, which allows me to play the game in widescreen, because this game has two resolutions by default. It had 800 by 600, which of course is not a widescreen resolution, and then it had a bigger one. I mean, literally that's it, which was like, I think, something by 1024 or something. Not very much. Basically 720p, but at a 4:3 resolution instead of 16:9. That's it. It had two options. In fact, if I go to the options here, I'll show you guys display options. That's it. You get full screen or window, and then 800 by 600 or a 4:3 thing near 720p. So you can run a mod which modifies this bottom option here for you to whatever you want it to be. You can put it to 1080, you can put it to 2K, 4K, anything you want, you know, as long as you want it, you can do it. But there have been various editions of the mod over the years, one of which is this big gap here would appear black or stretched or whatever. This guy has just made it blue, at least, so it sort of somewhat fits with the UI. It's technically not the right shade exactly, but whatever. So you might wonder, well, WP, hold on. You can clearly make, you know, my series I do at like 1440p, 60 FPS. Why on earth am I watching 720p videos? Like, why have I done that? And it is weird. I didn't think I'd be doing a 720p series. And I swear, it's not laziness, it's not efficiency, it's not because my PC can't handle it or anything. It's actually because going to higher resolutions actually ruins this game, in my opinion. And it's kind of a problem with a bunch of videos about the game that you can see, like, that have been produced since this mod came out and things are a bit more modern. The reason for that is because we're not actually rendering anything in 3D in this game. It's all sprites, it's all pictures, it's all 2D art, that's it. And so if we increase the resolution, we don't create more detail on any of these buildings or anything. All it means is they take a smaller proportion of the screen space. Essentially, we zoom out. The game wasn't really designed to think about this much. But so if I put in 1080p, I will be zoomed way out. Like, we will literally see double the stuff that's on the screen right now. If you play at 1440p 2K, as I do normal stuff, we're so zoomed out, you can see, like, most of the city all at once. And all the UI on the right here, this side panel, starts appearing tiny. All the text appears tiny, so you, like, really have to squint to look at it. And I think the mod maybe fixes certain elements of the UI, but basically the game stops looking like it was designed to look, and it's so zoomed out you can't really enjoy anything. You can't enjoy this guy slipping on this and falling and rolling, and you're so zoomed out. Yes, I have to mouse around more, like, it's less usable when it's more zoomed in like this, but it's way more immersive, and this is close to how the game was meant to look. Actually, to tell you the truth, if we were on this top option, that 800 by 600, the lower of the two bands that they provided initially, we'd be even more zoomed in, seriously. But, you know, when I think back to this game and playing it when I was younger and whatever, you know, I have very vivid memories of looking at this guy getting smacked, for example. Actually, it doesn't look like he quite gets hit in the infirmary and stuff. And if you play on high resolutions, you just lose it all. You lose it all, and the cities feel less grand. I don't know. So that's why I'm doing a 720p series. In theory, I could then, like, AI upscale the footage later, or do whatever, you know. I could take my 60 FPS and interpolate it and put it up to 1080. But I really don't see the need to do any of that. Frankly, I'm playing it at 720 60. So that's what you guys get to see on YouTube as well. We all have the same experience. And I don't want to have anything fake, you know, in terms of, like, upscaling the footage. But there you go. So that's a little bit about the resolution. Why did I end up talking about that? Oh, because we were on the world map, and we were on the world map because we were looking at the new situation. So red roofs are us, Thebes and Cydonia. Knossos is loyal to us, apparently. Their leader is Minos. I was looking for the town Minos before, but that's just their leader. Okay. Also, I've never heard before of Cilicia. Is that a historical country, IRL, to the east of ancient Greece? Then we've got Libya there. I don't know. There's not too much for us to look at here, except Mount CIthaeron is quite near to us. And what we're going to be doing is clicking this button to conquer the city. So here we get a list of our forces. It says choose forces to attack Mount CIthaeron. So we have a citizen army, a navy, and then other forces. So when I click, we have enlisted this troop of horsemen to fight. So this is a troop, but there's only one guy in the troop. It's just basically these come from the mansions that we've just built. I think each house might be a troop, maybe. Something like that. So we've got 2 fully built. So we have 16 horsemen here, and we can enlist them. As we build more of those houses, we get more of these horsemen, which is very good. Horsemen are really, really strong. There are also hoplites here. Not really sure where the hoplites come from. I guess it's distributing armor to those houses as well. Maybe before they become full-blown horsemen. We'll have to see what that is. We also have navies. Okay. And the previous mission did get us to build 3 triremes, which we could use to go invade. However, the destination is not accessible by sea. As you can see, it's inland. It actually kind of is accessible by sea, but not for us. We're on the northern coast. We'd have to go all the way around. I guess the game doesn't want us to do that. So it doesn't count, okay? So, then there's other forces, and you can see heroes here. So if you build a hero's hall, you know, Hercules will join your battle if you want him to. There are mythical warriors, so we have Ares. So we can actually have 16 of his forces go. And then you can even ask your allies to help. Now, they're not guaranteed, I believe. But we can say to Cydonia, will you please help? Okay. They got a handy little enlist all button for you as well. So yeah, so that's invading. We can also raid. So this is just to plunder their loot. We can take their drachmas or their money. Now, I think what you plunder is based on what they produce. So Mount CIthaeron here literally doesn't produce anything. They need wine. But if I were to say try and raid Cadmia here, when we select our plunder, you see how they sell onions? That means they have an abundance of onions, and we could actually just raid them for those onions. So raiding, I don't know what all the maths is like and all this, and I haven't done this for years, but raiding has a much higher chance of success. And instead of conquering the city, and then they'll have to pay you you know how we get shipments of wood? We can basically conquer cities and get shipments off of them yearly, but we can get a one-time amount of resources by just plundering. I think there's also something else going on where if you raid them the once, it weakens. It's easier to raid than it is to conquer. So if you do a bunch of little raids, you weaken them over time, and then eventually they're easy to conquer. I believe there's also somewhere, I think there's some information about how strong they are and how likely your attack is to succeed. But we do want to succeed at some point. So, when we do that, if you attack another city, you won't see it. We're always going to be at our city. But if we get attacked, then we will see it. And we will be manipulating our troops and doing all kinds of fun stuff. So, with all of that explained, that's rule Mount CIthaeron. We also need 3 sanctuaries. So let's put the game speed up to normal now. And let's build a sanctuary. And I kind of want to build a sanctuary near where people live, man. I really do. And we could do a militaristic one if we wanted. Or who knows what else. I had so many thoughts while I was editing that last video about how to resolve this. One thing that would obviously resolve this, okay, is if we connected these roads back here so they have a quicker way through. And I was thinking, well, I could just move this infirmary. Or a couple of the infirmaries. But then that's going to throw the walkers off into all weird positions. So I'm not sure I really want to do that. But if we could have found a way for the agoras to get through, that would have been very, very, very handy. Okay, tribute paid, tribute paid. So for now, let's just focus on getting these granaries nice and filled. And indeed, they are filling up. Since we swapped these to get, there is a lot of wheat coming into them now. And I think that will overall resolve our issues. They just want appeal, and they'll become townhouses. So let's do that. Is there anything appeal-wise that I haven't really shown you guys yet? So there's flower gardens. These are a bit of an odd one because we already have parks, which are essentially flower gardens. But, you know, that's a 2x2. And another variation, if you like. So there you go, some parks. So those townhouses have evolved now. We're just ready for them to de-evolve as soon as their food and whatnot runs out. Just hopefully it will stabilize over time. I mean, it's definitely true that there's enough money and reasonably within reach now for these guys to go grab it. Just, we need to wait for the walkers to settle down because maybe they're in all kinds of random crazy places. Oh, guys, I'm in a very weird position with this already. I told myself we would just have fun and do weird things for now. But it's such a weird spot where I'm like, oh, I want to know what the certain numbers are because I want to do certain designs. I want to know how far walkers work. And, so that I can do some really good layouts. We'll have to hold off for a second. We've already got thieves going here. We've started something and we can't end it here. They still need horses. There's billions of horses, man. You can get your horses. We'll just wait. So there was, of course, as well, these guys. So, I mean, we set them up. So here you can see, I put some townhouses here. Not very efficient, is it really? Because if we're going to create this road that has access to all of this amazing stuff, you may as well have as many great estate houses as you can right alongside it, because, you know, there's a bunch of amenities that are going to be coming up and down here that the common folk don't even care about. Common folk will never drink wine, apparently. They will never, you know, care for the horse vendor or anything like that. But here, we'll place these at the Agora. And what's nice here is these stables are definitely close enough for this other horse guy. See this wine?
To buy more wine. My customers really drank up quickly.
Really drank up quickly, did they now? You know, there's plenty here. So look, we got a nice wine storehouse here. We can accept some more. So get some more. And get some more armor as well. Now, we are slowly losing money. And it's not really a proper way to play the game, to continuously be losing money. So let's maybe buy a little bit less. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so look, Cydonia. Really? Did they describe this before? Cydonia is the colony we established. We specifically established it for getting wine. In fact, I really liked editing that video, knowing like, oh look, I'm putting that winery down, and that's actually, that wine is going to end up in my other city one day. Teehee. We even did that. They're not even selling it anymore. I guess that was described in the mission statement, so I'm very disappointed with Cydonia right now. So we can no longer get wine. We were buying wine from them. We no longer can. Is somebody else selling wine? Well, Mount CIthaeron needs it. So in theory, he shouldn't have very good troops because they need wine. This guy produces wine, so that's a Lucius. He's apathetic to me. So let's create a port. Well, no, he's a rival though. I don't know if we actually can. Yeah, he's not on the list because he's a rival. So that's unfortunate, but we can figure that out as time goes. Oh, look, they're going up and down. Mind you, the granaries are emptying quick. We need another harvest. You know what I want as well? I feel bad for our people eating only wheat. Let's get some more dairies. So the other thing is, right, every dairy you put down unlocks X number of goats. So I'm going to keep clicking goats until it tells me I need more dairies. I don't know whether you actually need to buy the max capacity. There you go, it says build another dairy, so they won't place anymore. But, I mean, it can't hurt to go that far, right? So there you go, you've got lots of these. Look at all of this. And you can see, it's a good reason we didn't put it near the wolves, because the wolves would be feasting if they thought to move, which they won't. So thank you for that. More trading going on. Right, what was our other objective? Right, yeah, the third sanctuary. So we want to find a place. Oh, and it's collapsed. Oh dear. Well, We weren't using it anymore anyway. So that's fine. I guess it was a little bit far for that maintenance worker to go. So here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to create a third sanctuary, but I'm going to try and do it in a housing area. Oh, by the way, check this out. This is the coolest thing, right? Oh, lava. Waves of deadly lava, deadly molten rock gush from deep underground, turning everything in their path to ashes. Okay, here's the lava. This is some retro effect here, right, isn't it? I think this is one of those moments where you can really see the game's dated a bit. Do you know what this reminds me a bit of? Do you guys remember those old, like, desktop games where you could, like, shoot guns at the desktop and it would play all these stupid animations? It's like that. It's like the explosions from that. Okay, so I was going to build here. Let's see how far this spreads. Please not all the way over here. Please don't interfere with Ares. Oh no. All my farms? No. No. Oh god, if they're going to catch on fire, this is bad. I would consider deleting these cheese in the path of the inferno. Uh-oh. Okay, so what was that? Olives? Olives. Carding sheds. More carding sheds. We could build another road. Okay, the Olympian games. Oh my god. It's like just saying fuck you in particular. Okay. Okay. Love these people in this house here now. Just isolated. Look at that. Well, house, whatever. They're dedicated to their work, eh? So is that animation just going to be playing, or is it going to cool down eventually? Holy crap, this is not good. Is it still spreading? I think it stopped spreading. I think it will cool down eventually. Okay, guys. I'm going to try and reconnect you to civilization. Like that. There we go. It's cooled down. Alright, all told, that wasn't too bad. We just need to increase our olive industry. So if we'd used this as our farmland, this would not have been very good. But it's fine. So we get a nice remote maintenance guy here. I love the idea of people who are super out in the middle of nowhere. And then we'll do... How many do you guys think we lost? 4? More sheep here. You go. Let's lose those. And so then there's sheep. And again, I'm going to keep clicking until it tells me. Like, that's the must be placed on meadow message. We need to keep oddly mousing around. Alright, there you go. Build another carding shed. That's fine. And then a grower's lodge. Which is actually what I think is more important than anything else. Because I'm really scared of running out of olive oil. And we have plenty of trees. None of the trees actually burned up, so there shouldn't necessarily be any reason for me to make more trees. So there you go. So they're off. And they'll keep producing fleece. The issue now is we can't really build a road from there. You know, that's quite carefully done as well. Because if I had metagamed this and said, okay, I'm going to build my houses right here at the entrance of the city, that we were at risk there with that. By the way, do I have the industry to cut down my own trees now? No. I guess the timber or the lumber or whatever here is not of a good enough quality to build with or export or whatever. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I'm thinking... I don't want it too isolated. Oh, look, actually.
My dearest, worship
Hello,
me,
Athena.
and I'll make your soldiers find great strength.
Wow, she just spawned right there. Hold on, look, we already have a sanctuary, so... Oh, not that. So, we could maybe build this path like this. And then... this path like this. Put a roadblock there. I mean, I really am just spitballing here. Mythology. So who do we want to build now? I guess we'll go with the next... Let's go with Demeter. 1, because she's so cool in Hades, as I was rambling about before. 2, because she's cheap. 3, because we got crap tons of marble anyway. So there's the Olympian Games. Look at this. Look at how big this is. Okay, so... Well, I want to know where the front is going to be, though. She won't even go there. Like, what was the logic with these two? Like, how do I know which one's going to be the front? Alright, I've decided I don't like this. It's just not going to work in a way that I want. The way that I want is this. Oh, I guess you can delete the whole thing. Did you see that? It was going to go. So we could reposition a whole sanctuary if we wanted. So we're going to go like this, and then down, and then along, and then we're going to have Demeter's thing there. Perfect. So there's the front. So I want her to patrol these houses that are going to live here. The people that are going to live here. Okay. So something like that. So let's do a maintenance post. Because he goes pretty far. Now the infirmary and the water walkers. Now I'll just tell you guys this after my little Googling earlier. The infirmary and the water fountain, these are the two short distance walkers. The other walkers are like long distance walkers, okay? So we'll have the majority of our houses along here. And we'll have the long distance walkers. Like, it's actually really good to see where this guy goes. Hopefully he gets all the way to the roadblock. Ooh! Oh, they're selling less wine. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to struggle when our wine supplies start running out. We'll have a look later. Okay, please tell me you get all the way to the roadblock. If you get all the way to the roadblock, I'm in love with you. Oh my god, I love you. Let's do it. Okay, so food, agora, common agora. If he makes it, the market people will make it. Yeah, employees needed, don't worry. We're going to do food, fleece, and oil. And what would be so cool, right, is if now, out of the back, these guys, I love this setup here. This is cool, right? Okay, wait, I'm going to pause real quick here just to draw your attention to this roadblock that I just built. Now, in theory, that looks really bad for the maintenance office, doesn't it? It looks like the guy is not going to go where we want him, and that's terrible, doesn't it? Well, I will say no more on this for now, but we'll return to it later, okay? The distribution is going out the back, right? They will grab fleece from here. They're going to walk out the back of the market to get the fleece. All the busy work, all the commuting, all the, the deliveries, they all go out the back. And out the front is just pure bliss. So the market goes this way, everyone else goes that way. Look, and they're off. There's no food people, though. We are going to want a granary somewhere nearby. So let's put 2 here. Might be excessive, probably excessive. At the end of the day, you want the minimum number of buildings for the maximum number of houses, so that you have the most overhead, the lowest price to set up, and when I say overhead, the most number of employees to then put into whatever industry the mission's asking you to go into, to build whatever Heroes Hall or whatever's actually going to be going on, ultimately military stuff. So, do we need 2 granaries for 1 housing district? Almost certainly not. I think maybe 1 granary will supply 2 housing districts, actually. So I'm like 4 times less efficient than I could be on this. But yeah, okay, so then we have the water walker to watch here, alright? So these two, they went up there already, so they've wasted a little bit of their distance. But let's see where they go, and I'm going to keep putting houses for as long as they go. And wherever they get to, the infirmary guys should also get to. Oh, see, they only go there. That's so naff. Whatever. Let's double up then. Oh god, could I not receive? I didn't even read that. I just saw it as a tribute and I just went for it. But could I not receive the what am I doing? Here we go. Fountain. Watch post, because why not? Let's have some fun with it. Tax office. So all those walkers will all go down the other way. And so we got them covered from both sides. I think there's a slight chance of plague now. But whatever. The people will deal with it. Oh, and I could have done a nice road again. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Screw it. It's only a bunch of empty plots. Sorry to the people that are living there. So we'll do a boulevard. No, not a boulevard. An avenue. How many times are we going to learn and then unlearn which one to do? That unfortunately does block one of those houses off. There you go. So hopefully they'll have instant appeal as well. So these people are going to like this, I think, here. And they're going to be living alongside a god. So then, last of all, so this guy has got a lot of work to do. So we could go back to our industry tab. And, oh, a sculpture studio allows us to take bronze and make our own sculptures, by the way. We've been given these gifts of sculptures in the first chapter, so I still don't need to do that, I don't think. So I'm going to wait off of it. Here we go. For the Artisans Guild, the more Artisans Guilds we have, the faster they'll work. And in fact, it looks like they can be anywhere in the city. I don't know why I build these near the construction site. Because the employees are just going to go walk off and go do it. All right, okay. And then we got the question of employment and shifting the workforce. We're unlikely to fare well. It says employment's fine for now. But listen, oh, well, I guess I'll talk about it next time we have an employment issue then. No need to jump the gun here. Oh my god, look at how far she went for food. She went really goddamn far. I'm surprised. What has happened to the too distant thing? She walked all the way to... I mean, she must have been walking for ages. I really don't know. I'm impressed as well how this game doesn't lag. That, you know, it keeps scaling and scaling and scaling. More stuff's constantly happening. You know, it's a bit slow and stuttery just in terms of mousing around in the first place. But, you know, it's not bad. So these granaries are still struggling. As are these ones. Well, I'm just going to keep going with the wheat farms. Let's keep going here. What are these guys doing?
I'd follow you anywhere. It's sheer pleasure living in a city like this.
Thank you. Dude, are you going to the sheep all the way over there? Oh my god, they're really going for it, eh? They're going a long way away for those sheep. Talos menaces Cydonia. Most notable Potatoes. I, Fudeus of Cydonia, am quaking in my sandals. The hated monster Talos is attacking my city, and I need you to send forces within 5 months to vanquish the beast. O great Potatoes, to battle Talos, you may now construct Jason's Hall to bring the famous hero to your city. Okay, so... Right, let's get these wheat farms in. Then. 2, 3... 1. Alright, whatever. Put the maintenance shed there. Okay, so yeah, we now are gonna get Jason back. Now, we already have Jason done, if you remember. We'll put him next to the palace. So we can immediately call him. He'll be happy straight away. And we can just send him to go deal... If any of our colonies ever see that monster now, we're fine. And we can deal with it real quick. So let's send for Jason. And of course, that's cool. I like the way that worked out as well, because Cydonia is where we first saw Talos. And these guys are in an eternal quest to fight against one another. The dragon looks really crazy, doesn't it? Probably one of the weirdest designs for a dragon I've ever seen in a video game. It looks like some kind of Toho primitive Godzilla villain. Look at it. Trade with Argos shuts down. Hello, Potatoes. I of Argos regret to inform you that I'll no longer be able to trade with you. I assure you it is not the result of your actions. Oh dear. Well, let's see what we can deal with here first. So, is he in the city already? I think we need a notification for when he's in the city, and then we'll... How has it already been half an hour? How? Alright, look, these houses are doing good. I'm happy to say our elite estates seem very stable and very happy. I mean, we've got no problems here. They got all the culture they need. The stadium is close enough, somehow, apparently. I guess because there's a gymnasium here. So the stadium workers are moving all the way over. I mean, we just put the vendors down and boom, it's worked straight away. Still plenty of horses in supply there. I mean, we've got loads. We've got excellent houses. These are also slowly... Oh, look at how good that looks. Except that one house in the middle there. And these guys obviously need a bit of work. Appeal, maybe? Okay, they want appeal. I will make it appealing with ionic columns. Look at that. You're now like... It almost looks a bit like a prison now, actually. Oh my god, they're all going up. Still appeal? The residents of this house are making improvements right now. Okay, there you go. That's interesting they got a little bit of text for the moment that they're upgrading. Because that could be a thing in the game as well, you know, where you actually see them hammering away or whatever. This is a very cool housing block, I have to say. Look at how good that is. Because this design is not recommended. I mean, and you can see why. Because they're devolving again. It says that... Oh no, they have everything they need. This house will devolve soon if there aren't enough cultural pursuits in the area. Well, I would love to just take that tax office out. Actually, I figured it out. I figured it out. Look at this. Infirmary. Push up. 2. Screw it. Ready? I'm going to blow your guys' mind. And now we have space there. For, say, a gymnasium. So if they were a little uncultured there before, because there is only one gym for all of these houses, hopefully this second gym will now be enough to stop them devolving in the middle. It will be a little bit more stable.
I am Jason of the Olympus, here to help you in any way I can.
Also, all these infirmaries, I mean, do we need 4 hospitals for all this? Maybe you only need 1. I don't quite know how it works when plague breaks out or people start getting sick. Anyway, so yeah, I'm Jason, I'm here. If I can lead the Argonauts through our many travails, I can certainly help you with whatever little problem you have. Oh, Jason and the Argonauts, of course I've heard of that. I still don't really know what happens in the story. Okay, so Jason, fulfill this city's request. You want troops. You want Jason. I think I just dispatched Jason and only Jason. So there you go, Cydonia. I sent off for him straight away. I didn't even let him get on screen. Here he is. Oh, collapsed building. But the maintenance man got all the way over there. I'm outraged. Oh no, and all these people aren't going to let me build. Okay. Alright, let's take that out. So there, we got that. Right, so these guys are working away. They're going to need a lot of stuff though. 20 wood, 98 slabs of marble, 10 sculptures. Now the sculptures, we have 8 there. And... oh yeah, and we got a bunch over there. So we're not going to need to manufacture our own sculptures, I don't think, in this quest. Now, let's go look at what happened over here, shall we? Marble, we've got plenty of. We're never going to worry about that. There is a maintenance guy. People have stopped dying here. Somehow there's a tiny bit of rubble there on that path. So let's deal with that. Yeah, look, the miners, the quarrymen, they just go for it. So I think we're expanding out now a bit. Or have we reached max size? There we go. I think that answers my question. I think this is maximum size. And it just generates a little thing. But I mean, look at all of that marble. Does anybody want to buy this? Buys. Okay, you buy marble. Oh, I'm already selling you as much as I can. Does anyone else want marble? Thieves, quality marble. World renowned. Best in all of Greece. No, nobody wants to buy my marble. Maybe we could get rid of some of these. I mean, we are going to have a storage problem soon. So, as much as it sucks to cut jobs, I'm sorry, guys. The armory, we need bronze. But badly. He buys bronze. He sells wood. So nobody is... oh, there we go. Look. Cilicia sells bronze. So let's build a trade thing for them. And let's start importing bronze. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at all that red. Okay. Oh, and we need a peer to them. Well, that's fine. You can replace the peer from the previous guys, I suppose. And I'm not sure, to be honest, whether you need a maintenance man. So let's buy some bronze as much as you can. Okay. Our money's starting to go up, by the way. We've been in a profit for a while. We're nearly at 10,000. So that's good. Playing the game properly, not relying on gifts from our allies. So with that bronze, the guys that make armor can get back to work. And I was thinking while editing that it might be nice to get another one. I don't know. Just 4 at a time feels nice. So I've cleaned up here. Do we want more storage? I suppose. It's a bad place to have a storage district because it's so far away. Like all this olive oil and stuff out here. But I think that's alright. Here you go. These guys are getting a shipment now. Or maybe they are. I don't know. They're getting something. More wheat come into the storehouse for the horses. The next harvest is in. More wheat here. As long as our bellies are full, I'll be happy. Okay. I think we just played the waiting game. I don't think there's much to do this episode, like I say. Somehow it's 36 minutes, and I feel like we just started. But, yeah, they just want a bunch of marble. We could do the war. I'm putting off the war. Shall we do it? Okay, here we go. So, Mount CIthaeron. Shall we raid or shall we conquer? I mean, if we try to raid, we get nothing. So let's try to conquer them. So I'm going to enlist everyone except our navy because our navy is... So here's the thing. When Jason gets back from being abroad, do I get to use him again? I don't know. And if we'd picked different gods, could we... In fact, if I pray to Ares... Cydonia regards me more highly. Because your forces arrived in time to defeat Talos, I think more highly of you than I did before. Thank you very much. Thank you. I do try. You are my colony. Oh yeah, look at this cool little like plinth here that people stand onto. I like this. So we don't really want to pray to her. But Ares. Ares will march to war with your soldiers. Okay, I'm just going to pray to him and see what happens. Ares has heard your prayer and is eager to go to war with your soldiers. He will go at the next available opportunity. So also, by the way, yeah, he is... some of the gods require sacrifices, and he has actually been consuming our cows and things. Which is what... I keep saying cows. There aren't cows. It's goats and sheep. Which is a rare example in this game. You know, most things when you set it up, it automates, it's hands-off, it's does my system work, does my design work, fun, fun, fun. But that you do actually have to continue maintaining. You know, there is no button to auto-replenish sheep, or there is no building that will auto-replenish sheep, stuff like that. But so we have prayed to him. Now if we go to the world map, and we go to Mount CIthaeron, I mean, we have... nothing new here just yet. So I'm just going to wait because maybe he responds to my prayer in a second. I'm a bit... He's denied my prayer. He's still repairing the weapons he damaged from the last time he went to war with you. So I don't think he's done that yet, though. So I think we just wait a minute. And so, yeah, here, look, you can see we've now got horses. So just so that you guys can see here. If I put this flag, we've got a bunch of buttons. Go to company. So if I click it, it will take us to the flag. Use defensive tactics, offensive tactics, or special tactics. Not really sure what a lot of these do, because the truth is in this game, you can avoid war in a great number of ways in the lower difficulties. But I will show you guys this stuff for sure. Cydonia loves me. You praise my leadership skills, my sparkling intellect, and my fantastically good looks. I thank the fates every day that the thread that they have woven... me includes service to such a great person. Wow. That's over the line, I think, almost. That's a bit weird. Okay, so I can click muster. Alright, this is Athena's pride. And they're a rabble. But they're a fearless rabble. And here's a UI with all of our forces at home. It says warriors are returning to the city by sea. That must mean Jason right now. We have 3 triremes. We have 152 soldiers. This is all really cool. I'm enjoying myself a lot. Okay, so look, when we muster these guys, somewhere, here you go, look, they lived here. Is that them? I'm pretty sure that's them. Yeah. They will come out of their houses. Victorious warriors return. Exalted Potatoes. Some of your soldiers have returned, victorious from defending the city of Cydonia. They are holding their heads up high, proud of their success. Fudius, leader of Cydonia, is relieved. There you go. And that literally just means Jason.
No Olympus, but this city is okay.
I don't know what Olympus is. But thank you, sir. So by mustering the soldiers here, you can move them, where were we, near the palace? And they'll defend wherever. And the horsemen move faster, so there you go. The downside to this, though, is I think whatever jobs... I think these are no longer in the labour pool. I don't think they're working anymore. I think. I may have to look that up. I love the idea that I can just now station them wherever I want, and the city will continue to run like normal. But I think it has come at a cost, and we need to send them home again so they go back to their jobs. Okay? So you don't want to muster everyone. But I can show you, well, I'll show you the horsemen later when we get into another fight.
If I ever wanted to get the Argo back in the water, this city has plenty of people available to make a nice crew.
Cool, so there you go, Jason and the Argonauts. Oh, because they had a boat, was it, the Argo? God, I'm so ignorant, aren't I? Someone's sitting there screaming, yes, they had a boat. It was called the Argo. Okay, so we've got that. Now, Mount CIthaeron. Conquer this city. Jason will now go with us. Enlist all. Dispatch. And I don't really see anything telling me whether it's likely to succeed or not. Cydonians are coming with us, by the way. Support from allies. So off they go. So, hopefully that just works. We're on easy mode, so I'm thinking it will. And we just build this up. And see these guys working away. Meanwhile... what do you lot want? Oh, culture. I forgot to give them any culture. Isn't that terrible? Oh, well, let's do sort of a reverse. Tribute paid by Cydonia. Tribute paid by Knossos. Hold on. Since when was Knossos paying me tribute? You're loyal to me, but you don't have to pay me tribute. I mean, thank you. Was that described by the, like, lore story that I heard just a second ago? So let's kick these guys out. Let's do a row of houses and a,
What other god will join you in the hunt?
and, oh, yeah, but I don't want them going down there. Oh, God. Let's just see. We're going to have to find a better way to do the culture for now. There you go. Loads of culture. Have fun. Look, you've got like a West End, all right? It's a... well, that's just theatres and stuff. But whatever. You've got loads of things you can do, all right? This is downtown. So you guys should be more than happy now. This is a lot of buildings and a lot of stuff for very few houses. That's a road, so we can do that. That's a road. There you go. To be honest, this is a classy neighbourhood. It's got a nice road. It's not all snooty, and you're not required to go abroad to war or whatever, necessarily. You already have too many workers, it says. That's fine. And you're going to be living next to a god in a minute. That's pretty good. That's pretty 10 out of 10. Different gods give you resources as well, by the way. One of them will literally give us, like, olive trees. Even though we may not be able to find any naturally near us. So that's quite good. Let's give him a fish pond as well. Because fish ponds are the best decoration. We'll put 2 down. We'll put 1 near the infirmary. Because they're going to need it near the infirmary. And we'll put 1 here. But I'm going to use these sparingly. Both fish and people leap for joy when there is a fish pond in the city. They go straight up to townhouse now with these guys. So get walking, walkers. So unemployment's at 12%. So they want us to expand our industry a little bit more. That's probably because finally this block is stabilized. Oh, I say that. And they're still struggling for food. These granaries are just getting obliterated, right? Like, Jesus. Gift of wood from Cydonia. A gift, thank you. you know what I've been looking at for ages, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to clear this road. And I'm going to put a third granary down. Once these guys have moved, that is. And I'm going to say to this one, alright, you can go get cheese if you want. We could, of course, be importing onions. I still haven't caught sight of a trade ship. I haven't quite seen it yet, but apparently one just came because we have some bronze moving on through. Oh, there you go. We conquered Mount CIthaeron. Most martial Potatoes, our army was victorious at Mount CIthaeron, and their leader, Agave, is ashamed. Mount CIthaeron is now ours. To celebrate our achievement, you can build a commemorative monument. Oh, there's a monument for conquering places, is there? I don't remember that. I don't think I really engaged in that very much. Conquest monument. So, by the way, you might have been wondering, what is the difference between the monuments? It's the thing on top. So, I think Ares would like that. Let's put the conquering monument next to Ares. Oh, it might not even be that. So it's got a fist on there. You see, you got the clenched fist. Yeah, and then this one on the walls has like a harp. The athlete one has a man, looks like he's throwing a javelin. You know, so that's the idea there. This one just looks really awkward now, doesn't it? Aphrodite's. It's just a weird backwater in the middle of nowhere. But no one's really going to appreciate it. It's also just going to be completely crowded out by the new, much more impressive Demeter's temple. This is a bit like, you know, in fast developing cities around the world, like in China or Dubai, where they'll put up a skyscraper and it's got like an ocean view. And then someone else will put up a skyscraper right next to it, blocking the view and destroying the profits for that building in terms of, like, you know, real estate. If it's a hotel or if it's an office space or whatever, it can no longer claim ocean view because it's been blocked out by someone else. I assume that in more developed countries where this kind of stuff's been happening for years, there's more red tape and regulation to deal with snippy stuff like that, but hey. Not here, we're in ancient Greece, so we're okay. So you just keep bringing marble. And frankly, that's what I want them to do. I might be able to speed up production by putting a storehouse here and saying get marble. And he's going to need something to not collapse. We definitely don't want a storehouse to collapse. So these townhouses, so these guys need water. Apparently the fountain doesn't get over to them. Victorious warriors return! Our brave soldiers have returned from their triumphant assault on Mount CIthaeron. The Nemean games begin. So, okay, well that fountain's not going to work. I messed that up. I wish when I built these, I could just, look, come back. You can come home again. Look, it's right there. You don't have to leave. And they're just leaving. And they got that sad voice.
If nothing is done soon, I'll have my pick of extras. There are so many people out of work.
Thrown out of my home. What did I do to deserve this?
Thrown out of my home. What did I do? I think we're gonna hear that quite a few times as the series goes along. There you go, look, water. Drink and be happy and productive. We also have like this little nub in here. I don't know what we could do there. I basically have all the industry and stuff for the stage done, I think. So, I don't know, with that in mind, maybe it's time to speed up. And see this build in super speed. So ready? Let's go. So the houses are building. These tenements probably need more aesthetics. I know it needs olive oil. Hopefully I'll get it. I really like this setup here. These guys out the back here. It's so good, isn't it? Very clean. Oh, collapsed building. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay, what was here? Rubble. It was a granary. It's the granary. Oh my god. Oh no, that's like the most important thing not to break, and it broke. How is there not a maintenance guy there now? Oh, is it because I put that roadblock there? Oh no. Okay.
What other god will join
Well,
you
whatever.
in the heights?
We may collapse very briefly. Because we don't really have any good contingencies or redundancies here. Look, they're already losing food here. How can I shift more food faster to this other area of the city? I mean, it just looks like we don't have enough food. I know what some of you guys will have been thinking. Oh, WP, just make more wheat farms. But look at how many we've got. This is obscene. We've got so many already. Look, there's a wolf on that path now. Look, 2 more. I think it's because they're very, like, on and off wheat farms, you know. I'm going to assume there's a maintenance worker for that. I mean, this is a hell of a rural area now. I'll put them down because we need the employees. Let's do a bit more cheese, shall we? Thankfully, in this game, you don't need a varied diet. So, it doesn't actually matter whether I do a billion dairies or wheat farms or what, but, you know. So, dairy. I do like cheese. If you guys had to pick, IRL this is now, and let's ignore the fact this is goat's cheese, which is a bit... Ugh. If you had to pick, you can never eat one of these again in your life. Bread or cheese. Which would you pick? Because they're both... I mean, they're both pretty unhealthy or whatever, but put that aside for a second. They both go really well with lots of different meals. You know, cheese goes really well with a lot of pasta meals. They obviously go very well together as well. Pizza, cheese sandwich, stuff like that. But you have, and then obviously bread is an incredible staple that goes with a lot of stuff. So which one? You have to get rid of one or the other. Which do you do, bread or cheese? And I want to read big justifications for it in the comments. All right. No conversation about, you know, Greece or teaching each other things about an era of human history. I want to hear your answers to that. Okay. Thank you for the wood, and thank you for the olive oil. And check it out. Tribute paid by Mount CIthaeron. Most feared Potatoes. I, a Gave of Mount CIthaeron, am honoured to offer you my tribute of 10 amphorae of wine. I salute you. So, in a lot of strategy games, like he's a vassal of mine now, right? You might want to win his favour over now because he might try to break away from you. He might attack you back one day and so on. I don't know whether all of that's in this game. I think just once you've conquered them, that's it. You're all right. Unless, you know, the missions go along and the story dictates some diplomacy changes. You know, I don't think there's this thing where it's like, oh, he's disloyal, be careful, or whatever. See, this is just such a chill game, guys. Honestly, look at this. You can just relax. Just put some sheds down. Here we go, move on over. There you go. Look at this. Look at how busy it is here. This is really good. And something about not having to deal with fences as well. So, stuff is just wandering around. I really like that too. Why do we have such a food problem and not a fleece problem? I mean, that seems bizarre to me as well. So I could make a new thoroughfare as well. I don't know whether it really matters. But if we do that, you might find someone's using the road when we look over later. And that will be because it was more efficient for them to walk there. So I don't know, what does that give you a shortcut? If you work at this granary to the port, I don't know. Like, this road probably won't be used. We could have put, you know, a whole new housing block or whatever. So there's a fun thing. I mentioned people put screenshots of this game online, and it's kind of flat and they're not that interesting. But what people will do, so we're about to end this mission here, and there'll be one final one, and that will be the end of Thebes, right? So you'll see through the adventure we have built Thebes up, and people are like, wow, this is my Thebes. So you can go online and you can see everyone's Thebes, right? And it will be the same, like, river in the middle. And I wouldn't be surprised if in real life there is a river in the middle of Thebes. And a quarry, and I don't know how truly accurate it is. But, you know, they'll have very different setups. And it's kind of interesting to look at it for that reason. Everybody's leaving. Not everybody, some people. I don't know who. Finally, it looks like we're getting some food. This is cool. Look, the dragon patrol all the way over here. Ares is, like, top tier because he has a dragon with him. So you get 2... mythical creatures wandering around. But people also, like, they min-max the hell out of this game. You know, it's old, right? And people hyperfixate and they, you know, they get weird about it and they stick with the game for far too long. So you can figure out the most efficient setup for everything, and you can find, like, the max population. So that's like a game. So my population's 6,000. Probably by the end of this, it will be around 7, maybe 8 tops. There'll be people who've squeezed like 100,000 people into this map that would have found a way, right? And there'll be screenshots of the final setup. So that's kind of interesting to look at as well. We are slowly getting more and more money. Things are getting very easy as people pay tribute to us and sort us out. This looks like a mess here, but whatever. So yeah, we're just really waiting for this to be built here. I guess there are opportunities for me to just sit around and ramble away. We need more marble, more wood, but the wood comes in yearly. It's 10 sculptures. So let's turn the speed up. Talos menaces Cydonia again. Okay, he wants Jason again. Well, I can do that. So here, look, Jason is just living with us. So dispatch, that's fine. Greetings from Artemis. Pythian Games. So there we go, these guys are building now. Slowly but surely. A little bit further. I think the idea of a speedrun's quite interesting as well in terms of date, you know, like it's October 1121 BC. How quickly can you be done with the whole thing, you know? Also, if you just let it run, does it eventually get to this year? Will it get to, you know, the 2000s eventually?
Worship me. Coming forth from my father's head was
It'd be cool if they put a little Easter egg in if you get to the year the game released in. Victorious Jason returns. We get the roof on it. Tribute paid. Tribute paid. Tribute paid. Couldn't quite hold all of the wine. Cydonia loves us. Here they are putting the statues around. I don't know what these statues are of. They look quite creepy though. Happiness Monument. It's truly a golden time in the city. People are very happy. So all that will remember this special time, you can build a new commemorative monument. What is the Happiness Monuments? Talos is menacing Cydonia again. Off you go, Jason. Thank you. He's just ping-ponging back and forwards. I think that's a sign that I've done this a bit slow. The fact that attack's happened 3 times now. But hey. Yeah, so aesthetics, monuments, happiness. Oh, that's the one with like the harp or... The Olympian Games. Big block of marble in the middle. Hammering it away. There's Demeter herself. Fertility and food. Cydonia regards me more highly. Jason's back. And the Garden of Demeter is complete. Demeter is complete. What the hell, man? Oh, my. It's all gone wrong, guys. I'm never going to say it properly again. Oh well, the reward of honouring Demeter, goddess of fertility, with a sanctuary is great indeed. She has touched the ground around her sanctuary, turning it into life-sustaining land.
Horror. Unspeakable horror is what you found at Mount CIthaeron. Mad women, who call themselves the Maeonids, drunk on wine, were gleefully tearing apart the bodies of their innocent victims. Forced from Mount CIthaeron by your invasion, these servants of Dionysus have now scattered throughout Greece, continuing their reign of terror.
Ah, so it looks like we have, for the final chapter, ticked off one more god.
Fear is crippling nearly all of Greece. The Maeonids are everywhere, leaving cities throughout Greece in shambles. Now Dionysus has rallied his Maeonids to attack Thebes, to punish you for destroying their home. If things are ever going to return to normal, you will have to find a way to kill these horrible monsters and restore a feeling of safety to the people of Greece, so that trade and diplomatic exchanges may be conducted once again.
So here we go. So Dionysus, the bad guy, and his Maeonids. What do they want? 11 trading partners? Or is that Roman numerals and it says 2? Well, maybe it's 11. Maybe we've already got a good number. Slay a monster, who knows what, just yet. A yearly profit of 2,000 drachma, so we will start having to sell a bit more. And a population of 4,000, which we've instantly got done. So we're looking pretty good here. It's the end of the year, so we've got tribute. My storage facilities are heaving. So there you go. In the next one, guys, we will do the final chapter. And we will also see a little bit of what Demeter has to offer in terms of enchantments and perks for the city. Should be pretty fun. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoy. Having fun as always, and I'll see you next time.
I'm going out to find the finest Corinthian helmets, not to mention hoplons, greaves, and cuirasses. Hephaestus couldn't make better armor than this. I hope it sees some action soon. Retreat!